Hello and welcome into Cochran, Georgia, here at the beautiful Morris Gymnasium for today's matchup, a noon matchup between the Middle Georgia State University Knights and the visiting Brewton-Parker College Barons. Starting today for the visiting team, the Barons will be Wright and DeGal at guard, Peoples, Laynard, and Stewart at the forward positions. We're just about ready to get started here, as lineups are officially being announced. As I'm sure you can hear, McCray and Johnson will start at guard. The junior pairings have seen a lot of time for the Knights. And also at forward, a 5'10" senior from Harrison, Alabama, number 23, Zachariah Johnson. And at the forwards, it will be Rollins, Johnson, and Hurd for the Middle Georgia State University Knights. So that will do it for the starting lineups. In the white and purple, your Knights. In the black and orange, the Barons. Again, a doubleheader today, starting right here, right now at noon, the women's game, and then at 2, or just about, the men's game will kick off between these same two teams. I'm Joe Copshow. Thank you for joining us on the Middle Georgia State University YouTube channel. An exciting matchup. These teams back from winter break, their first game in a while, trying to shake off the rust. Middle Georgia State trying to pick up their second win of the season, advance to 2-6. While on the other side, the Barons trying to get to 500, 7-7. They started the season out well. Were at 1 point 6-3, have since then lost 4 of their last 5. They will win the opening tip, and we are underway here in Cochran, Georgia. Trying to get it down low are the Barons. The tipped pass as DeGal couldn't get it. Her slashing drive. She goes up with it, looks like partially blocked. We'll see whose ball it is. And it looks like it retains possession with the Barons. Corner 3 is open instead to the top of the key. Now on the other side, the corner 3. First shot of the day. Too strong. Rebound goes to the Knights, and they'll get their first possession. Rollins leading her team up the floor. Looks like a soft zone. Switches to man for the Barons. Good trap here. Knights trying to break out of it. It's with Johnson. She'll kick it off back to Rollins. Rollins at the top of the key. Running the point with just 5 seconds on the shot clock. She gets a screen. She'll have to kick it out. A deep 3. Did she get it off? She did not. Basket's good. But Rollins came off her fingertips just a bit too late, and it will remain 0-0 as we look for our first basket a minute into the game. Up the floor, right. She'll scan her options. She passes off the screen. Now some off-ball movement. Right back with it, right at the top of the key. Good drive, hesitation move, tries to go with a tough lay, can't get it to go. Now a deep 2. Rebounded by the Knights. They'll run the floor. Turning into a track meet early, slashing to the basket, blocked. And the Barons come the other way. They have numbers now. DeGal gets held up, loses the ball, and now the Knights will come the other way. Tough lay and one. The first basket of the day by India Johnson. She receives it in transition, goes up strong, and a chance at the 3 points the old-fashioned way. Number 4, Destiny Wright, her first, team's first. Slow start, but a good way to start for the Knights. Johnson, the dribble and the free throw. It's good. She completes the 3-point play. Johnson, the 4th highest scoring player on this Knights team, sitting at about 8 points per game. She'll already be about halfway there after those 3. Down low, again, another tip pass. This time looked like Johnson was a bit aggressive coming over the back to try and break it up. And that'll be the first foul of the game. After, of course, the one on the Barons, the first foul for the Knights. Inbound to the corner. Wright didn't like her options. Instead, again to the other corner. That's been open twice and 2 times just off the rim. Johnson kicks out. Now back to the elbow. Deep 3, won't go. Barons a good rebound, good box out from Wright, or excuse me, DeGal. As now slashing the other way for 2 is DeGal. 3-2 game here early, just about 2.5 minutes in. Created some space, but now kicking back out to Johnson. She has enough space, but rolls out. Ball can't find the bottom of the basket. Instead, the Barons will come the other way. DeGale with it. She kicks out. Open 3 look. Comes down strong. Straight through the nylon, and now the Barons have their first lead of the game. (5-3) Brewton-Parker. Here, kick out deep 2. Line drive attempt and just rattles out. Hurd, not too much arc on that one. Almost had it rattle off the rim, but couldn't get it to fall, as this one will remain in possession of the Barons. I have our first substitution of the game as Terrell checks in.
Checking in for the Barons, number 24, Terrell.
Terrell comes in for DeGale. The inbound to the corner. Good pass inside, can't finish. Can Stewart. She'll want that one back. A good look down low after an excellent lead pass. Can't get it to fall. The Knights the other way. Quick on the baseline drive. Looks like they'll say it was a foul before she stepped out of bounds, as that one will go on Leonard. So a inbound from right below the rim for the Knights. They get an open look off it. Long jumper falls. McRae with her first points of the game ties this one up at 5. Barons love to clear out space for their guards. They do so here. The drive, can't get it to go on the first attempt, saves it. Second attempt, the assist, and Wright finishes it off. Good job to create space by Leonard. She can't finish it herself, gets her own rebound, kicks it off to Wright, who's able to do so. The Knights looking to respond. Deep 3, corner 3, good. And McRae has something going today. She had a 2 from right there. Steps it back about a foot or so and gets herself a 3 to get the lead back to the Knights. McRae, great spot-up shooter, showing it so far here early. This shot, air ball. Knights will let it roll out of bounds and take possession here. A chance to extend their lead. Of course, had it early, scored the first points of the game. Since then, have been trailing. Now a chance to get out in front by an additional score. McRae with it. To the charity stripe, stolen. Wright picks the pocket, now runs the floor. Euro step inside, tough finish, can't get it to go. She goes back up with it. Can't get it to go again, and it will be with the Knights. We've hit the 5-minute mark here, halfway through the first quarter. We'll take a short break and be right back here on the Middle Georgia State University YouTube channel for some more Knights basketball. Welcome back. Teams have huddled up. They've now broken it after the first media timeout of the game. Halfway here through the first quarter, the Knights will inbound. On the inbound is McCray. She'll likely give it off to Johnson as the guard pairings will head up the floor. Bit of a slow start here early. McCray has been leading the scoring for the Knights. 5 total points for her. Coming on a long 2 and of course a 3. Back to action. She's with it at the top of the key. Gives it off to Rollins. Rollins kicks it off as well. Long 2 again falls. Don't see the mid-range used like that too often anymore, but Rollins gets it to go. Now a press from the Knights, eventually broken by the Barons, and they'll set up their offense. They get a corner 3, they'll take it. This one again just off, the 3rd in a row like that. They'll take another deep 3. This one won't go. Offensive rebound chance, but eventually kicks out of bounds, and the Middle Georgia State University Knights will have possession. This Barons team very content with shooting the 3. On the season, they've done it a decent amount. Nearly 300 times, as this is a foul. Not on the floor. Rollins gets it as she's going up, and that will be a 3-point play here. I thought it would be called on the floor, but Rollins gets hacked while going up, and will have a chance to nearly double up the Barons here early. Her free throw, just off, rolled everywhere except down, and now throwing the ball away are the Barons as they try and break out after the missed free throw, miscommunication, and the Knights will have a chance to double up the Barons with a basket.
Re-entry for the Barons, number 24, Keziah Terrell.
That mistake will lead Terrell to check in for DeGale again. Saw that earlier here in the first quarter. Good ball movement from the Knights. Johnson off to Rollins. Rollins gets some space. She fakes the shot, instead gets it down low. Defense right there, and a 3-second call. Don't see that too often, but a quick 3-second call will lead to the turnover and an inbound for the Barons. Knights will persist with the full court press, although they'll slack off a little bit, try and get a trap at the mid-mark. Can't do it. Instead, jumping 2. Didn't look good, but finished well. Terrell puts it up and gets the finish. Not exactly how you imagine a stop and pop, but it works. We'll see another one here, this time for the Knights off the back rim. Long rebound out and a blocking foul. That one will go on Johnson. It happened before the midway mark, so a full reset of the shot clock as the Barons will have a full 30 seconds to work with. The orange and black moving the ball. Deep, deep 3. This one looked good, but just short off the front rim. Now the Knights get out running. Johnson goes up strong. That looked like a foul. Late whistle does confirm the call, and she will go to the line for 2. 12-9 here with about 3 minutes left in the first quarter. Johnson will head to the line, and quick whistles here in this first quarter. 4 fouls for the Barons. Already some foul trouble. The first free throw off the back rim and out.
Re-entry for the Barons, number 11, Chastity
DeGale comes back in, this time for Peoples, who will get her first breather of the game. The freshman guard gets some time to rest, as Johnson will attempt her second from the line. This one good. Splits the attempts and puts the Knights at 13 points so far on the day. Here, this press a little bit more aggressive this time up the floor. The Barons able to break it with some good dribbling from their guard, Terrell. Crowd calls for a travel. Instead, it will lead to a deep three from the Barons. They get the offensive rebound, a chance at another. Instead, the drive, the floater, good. Pretty finish from Terrell. Trying to draw the charge was Johnson as she crashed to the hardwood, but no call. Instead, the floater brings this game within 2 points. Johnson with it. She tries to lose her man. Can't do so. Commits a turnover. Picked back up by the Knights. The finish won't go as McCray tried to get the lay-in on the backside after picking up that loose ball. Couldn't get it to fall. The Barons a chance to answer now and bring this one all even again. A closely contested game here through the first 8 minutes. Trap here from the Knights. Good pass to get out of it from right. Her guard pairing kicks it off, a deep three again. This one won't fall. Story of the game so far for the Barons are open threes that just won't find the bottom of the net. For the Knights, it's been these long 2-point shots, the mid-range game working as Rollins adds on to the total. The Knights first to reach 15. Barons will slow it down. Chance for a three here, passed up. Instead a deep two, not the look you want. As the air ball gives possession back to the Knights. 64 seconds remain in the first quarter. If you're wondering what the three-point attempts for the Barons are sitting at, it's about 1 a minute. 8 attempts, just 1 make so far for about 13% on the day. They've had the looks, just can't get it to go. The Knights, on the other hand, will try one of their own. This one too strong, picked up by the Barons, and they'll get out and run. They have numbers. Here, good dribble and finish from Destiny Wright. Good hesitation on her move, took it outside, came back in, draws the foul, and gets it to go. A chance for the orange and black to cut this lead to 1. Lots of three-point plays here early. Good finishing through contact so far on both sides. The first free throw made for the Barons today, as they are now 1 for 1. Not the last possession of the quarter. 40 seconds remain, so shot clock still on. It sits at about 20. Knights don't get the 2 for 1 as it's now dipped below 30. McCray with it. She kicks out. Rollins gets it blocked. Now shot clock's turned off. 15 seconds for the Barons to operate. Loose ball picked back up. They'll kick out. Down low right. Easy finish, no one on her. Knights have 5 seconds. They'll run the floor to see if they can bring this one back in their favor. Long shot off the backboard won't go. And after the first 10 minutes, the Barons storm back and lead 16-15 over your Middle Georgia State University Knights. I'm Joe Kopshaw. We'll be back for second quarter action after this short break. The purple and white break their huddle. They will inbound here in the second quarter. The Knights trailing by 1, led for most of the first 10 minutes. Since then, Barons on a bit of a hot streak. Second quarter action here on the Middle Georgia State University YouTube channel. Will start with a turnover from the Knights. Kicks off McCray's hands. Good pass, but just a bit too strong, and finds its way out of bounds for Barons ball. Trap here from the Knights, a good one. Still with the dribble, able to take it as DeGale. The pass off is intercepted, and the Knights will come the other way. A new look Knights here in the second quarter. Starts with Lowry, who puts it up, but is packed, blocked right at her. However, the Knights will retain possession. Lowry and Oliver check in. Those are the new Knights to start this second quarter. Oliver with it, kicks it off to McCray, just off her hands, not intentional, but it worked. She receives it again back down low, trying to use her size. The finish, good touch, but just too hard off the back rim. Switching to zone now are the Knights. It'll result in what looks like a jump ball, possession arrow in favor of the Barons. They will keep possession, of course. However, it will switch the other way, a good result for the Knights and a chance for another defensive stand. On the inbound for the Barons, DeGale checks back in and immediately passes it into Wright, gets it back from her. Back to the point. Three-point shot faked, given off to Wright. She's led her team well so far. Her drive. She draws the foul as she goes up with it. Wright has been so good today on that drive. She picks up a screen right at the top of the key, able to work around it and find her way down low. She's been consistent with it. Wright so far, 3 of 6. Add on a free throw to that total. That has her at 7 points with a chance to add more. Her 8th of the day. And if she can add a 9th, it would be half of her team's total score. She can't, just kisses off the rim. Instead, we'll have a 2-point game with the Knights a chance to tie. Johnson with it, off to McCray. Back to Johnson. Movement around the 3-point arc. Looking for Oliver down low, they'll get it there. She loses her dribble. Not sure what the call is, 3 seconds. So after the 3 seconds, it will be an inbound for the Barons. Good cut down low, receiving the ball in the floater. A good finish. Jasmine Leonard adds 2 to her total. That was a pretty looking play. The Knights try and trap, leaves a cutter open. Found and the 2 for the Barons. 3-point shot here. Foot was on the line, doesn't matter anyway, as it was off. The Barons a chance to keep this run going. They'll reset after they got it down in the paint but found no room. Now they'll kick out for 3. This one won't go. Another good look, another shot that can't find the bottom of the net. So far, these two teams combined 2 for 14 from beyond the arc.
Barons foul number 23, Jasmine Leonard, her 2nd. Team's first for the quarter.
So after a foul, the Knights will have possession yet again. It's been a bit of a drought. Of course, haven't scored since the first quarter. So about 2.5 minutes at least. Raven with it, pass it off to Johnson. Johnson, her drive, eventually stopped up, half spin, finds some room, pass down low, McCray saves it. Back with Rollins, she puts it up, finds some space, can't get it to go off the backboard. The Barons now out looking to run. They'll get it down low. Good job from McCray on the back end to get down the floor and force that one out of bounds. Coaches love to see that great hustle. McCray on one end saves the ball, gives her team a chance. On the other, gets down the floor first, able to force it out of bounds, and she'll get a bit of a breather after that. Good bounce pass down low, can't get it to go. And a rebound by Raven gives the Knights a chance to respond. This pass knocked out of bounds, will stay with the white and purple. Rollins on the inbound, gives it off, gets it right back, and she'll run the offense from the point. Fakes the handoff, kicks out. Nothing there, but now deep elbow. Can't get it to go on the two. Again, another mid-range shot attempt for the Knights. This one won't go. On the other way, quick drive from the Barons. Off the backboard, off the rim and out. A good drive, but can't get it to go. And these teams hustling now with 6 minutes left in the second quarter. It has been a slow second quarter despite the action, despite these teams hustling. Only 3 points entirety of the second quarter. Here, a chance for more as Rollins on her drive gets fouled, and a chance at the line for two.
Number 22, Tori Dorsey. Her first, team second. On the line, shooting two, Kiana Rollins.
Everyone will huddle up for the Knights except the free throw shooter, as Rollins will eventually try her stroke from the charity stripe after the substitution is made. She's ready. This one short. Looked like a hiccup in her stroke there. She'll attempt to fix that on the second attempt. That one much better. Finds the bottom of the net, and the Knights have their first point in this second quarter about 4 minutes in. The defense for the Knights has helped them out, though. The offense gone quiet, but they've kept it close. Just a 3-point game here. Corner three. This one goes. Terrell finds her stroke from beyond the arc and adds the second three of the day for Brewton-Parker. 22-16, the biggest lead of the day for either team. The Barons looking to add to it after they force the turnover. Good pass, slowing down are the Barons. They'll kick it outside. They've got an open look. They'll pass it up. Right now with it. The three from Terrell, 2 in a row, won't go. Instead, offensive rebound and a tough finish. Hitting the deck is DeGale, but not before she adds 2 to her total. Offensive rebounds have been part of the story. The Barons with 7. Here, the floater on the baseline drive won't go. And now the Barons will slow it down. Up 8, 5 minutes left in the second. The deep three rolls around and in. Lauren Peen checks in, takes a contested three and gets it to fall. And as mentioned, if those looks, which have been good, start to fall, this one could get out of hand for the Knights, and so far it has. Another turnover from the purple and white. Euro step, can't get it to go, but the blocking foul has Peen a chance to add a 4th and 5th point to her total. We'll have a media timeout here. The under 5 in the second quarter. A run from the Barons has them up 11. Welcome back to the Middle Georgia State University YouTube channel. I'm Joe Kopshow, leading you through this one. As the Barons a chance to add to their total from the line. The first one can't find its way in after it hit about every part of the rim, just didn't fall. Peen, the freshman guard from McDonough, Georgia, just hit a corner three. Was unable to get any of her free throws after a good drive. And after the media timeout, the Knights looking to break their scoring drought. 1 point in 6 minutes. Their defense was keeping them in. Since then, the Barons have caught fire. Here, tough finish off the backboard, way too strong. Barons will come back the other way. Again, Terrell, elbow three, won't get it to go. Good rebound from Rollins. Knights have been struggling with that. They'll kick out for three. This one won't go, hard off the back rim. Johnson, a good attempt, but just too powerful. She'll have to sit back on defense now. The Barons will settle it down, run their offense. They get it down low, not something we're used to seeing from them, but the turnaround finish from Terrell. A complete player today. At first, it was all Destiny Wright. Now Terrell has found her stroke and helping lead the Barons to almost doubling up the Knights. Kiana Rollins says, I won't let that happen. A deep two, foot on the line. Looks like it might be a three, but just a shoe size too big. Keeps that one a 2-point shot. Game remains an 11-point difference. The three attempt, short from the Barons. 3 minutes remaining in the second quarter. Mid-range two, too strong. That shot was really working for the Knights in the first quarter. It seemed like they couldn't miss from around 13 to 18 feet. Now it seems like they just can't get the basket to open up. Right with it. Right, good finish again. Mentioned her ability to drive, get down low, and finish strong. She now has 10 points, the first scorer to get to double digits as the Barons lead 31 to 18. Johnson with it, stops up, gives it off, gets it right back, and a tough finish through two defenders. Kisses it off the backboard, and now a chance at the three-point play as she'll head to the line.
Returning for the Barons, entering number 10, Sydney Beasley. To the line, shooting bonus, Lydia Johnson.
Johnson, a good day as well. She hasn't been able to find it from beyond the arc, 0 for 3, but inside she's been excellent. 2 for 4 and 2 from 3 from the line. She'll try and improve that to 75% with this free throw. She'll get it to go. 10-point game here in Cochran, Georgia. Full court press from the Knights, easily broken, and now numbers everywhere from the Barons. Only choice is to foul. Johnson will choose to do so, and the Barons will go to the line. Not too much of an option after the full court press was broken. It was a 3-on-1. Johnson, a good job to even make this a task for the Barons. It'll be Dorsey at the line, the native of Atlanta, Georgia, transfer from Life University. As this one's off the back rim. Of course, a conference game here in Cochran, and Life in the same conference, so used to this area playing in Cochran. As no one paying attention, everyone falls asleep as the second free throw is missed. The Knights lucky to get the rebound. Johnson runs the floor and can't get it to go. Now the Barons with numbers after Johnson goes crashing. They'll hold up with a big lead. No reason to rush it. Instead, they'll try and get it down low. They do. Now a kick out. 4-3. Off. Knights get fouled right around that halfway mark, so they will inbound, not a new shot clock. 23 seconds will remain.
Barons foul number 10, Sydney Beasley, her first. Team score.
Knights offense coming alive a little bit, but they have work to do. Johnson knows that as she gives it off to Rollins. Rollins will operate with a screen. She tries the pick and pop, instead gives it up. Now Oliver with it down low. She can't get it to go. Barons will choose to go quick. Underneath the net, the bounce pass out. Now the three from Terrell. She's been excellent. She remains pure. Terrell adds yet another 3 points after another deep three. Terrell has 12 on the day and is now 2 for 5 from behind the three-point arc. On the other side, the Knights will inbound, or excuse me, that one was during the shot, so Johnson will head to the charity stripe. Now under a minute in this one, in this first half. Johnson will miss the first off to the right. 56 seconds remain here in the second quarter. The Knights would love to cut this to single digits before halftime. Neither free throw will go, however, offensive rebound for the Knights. The mid-range two falls. Rollins. So not the conventional way to get 2 points from the line, but it works nonetheless. The Barons offensive rebound goes back up. Smart play. With plenty of traffic around, DeGale goes up with it knowing she'll get hacked and has a chance to bring this lead right back to 13. Again, lots of fouls in this quarter. 5 fouls for the Barons, 4 for the Knights. We'll see if those play an effect, although with 35 seconds remaining here, unlikely to do so. Again, the Knights fall asleep.
Make the free throw. Lane violation, MGA ball.
But the lane violation gives the Knights a chance to inbound from underneath their own basket. Interesting to see. Knights have had the opportunity to get rebounds from missed free throws and have gotten lucky to get both of them, as Oliver on the other side brings this one to a 10-point game. Shot clock turned off, 20 seconds for the Barons to operate here in their own half. Wright will take all the time she wants. Does not want the Knights to get another possession. Wright eventually picks up 2 screens, moving to her right, fakes the kick out, goes up strong, can't get it to fall. Full court attempt, heaved up and comes down harmlessly, as the halftime score will be 35-25 in favor of Brewton-Parker College. I'm Joe Kopshaw. We'll come back for the second 20 minutes, the second 2 quarters of this 4-quarter action, and of course, our first game of the doubleheader. At half, 35-25, Barons on top.
Sometimes we're not ourselves. There's no one I can turn to. And I know all the feelings that we shared out in the past. And I know your relationships are never meant to last. And I'll take some time, but I'll be alright. We're moving on. We're moving on. I know times are tough, but I've had enough. We're moving on. We're moving on. We're moving on.
Welcome back to the Middle Georgia State University YouTube channel. My name is Joe Kopshow. We're just about ready for second half action, but before we do that, let's take a look back at the first half. 35-25 in favor of Brewton-Parker College. They were led in scoring by Terrell, followed up by Wright. In total, they have 22 of the 35 points. On Middle Georgia State side, they were led in scoring by Rollins with 9, and then Johnson with 7. That'll do it for that recap, and we are back here immediately with second half action. The Knights with the ball. McCray with it. She took a short breather, although I guess a relatively long breather at the end of the first half. So back in action she is, as well as Rollins, who attempts a long 2 and can't get it to fall. The Knights with their work cut out for them here, a 10-point deficit with only 20 minutes left to play. And this looks like it might be a 12-point deficit after a great cut, baseline cut from Stewart. She receives it, no one was within 5 feet of her. The pump fake and the easy finish as the Barons go up by 12. Rollins with it, couple dribbles. She eventually passes off to the corner, gets it right back. Top the key to Johnson. Johnson, good crossover. McCray, good ball movement here, ends up with a deep 3, pure from Johnson. Zakiria Johnson made that one look easy. It was a deep 3, but looked good the whole time and was good. Good defense here from Middle Georgia State. It ends up off Johnson's hands and then eventually kicks off DeGale's leg, leading it to be the Knights' ball. So a good start here from the Knights. Have cut the lead down to single digits and a chance to do more. Baseline drive, swatted away, but the aggressive block from Stewart looks like on the follow through she made heavy contact with Hurd. So Hurd a chance at the line. This one rolls out, hit front rim, back rim, and eventually popped out. Not a great free throw shooting day from either team. Brewton-Parker 3 of 9. Middle Georgia State 5 of 11 now. Both shooting well under 50%, of course, with those numbers. 8-point game here. This pass swatted out of bounds. Hurd climbed the ladder to get contact on that ball. Wright receives it off the inbound. She'll call for a screen. Won't take it, instead gives it off. Stewart now scanning her options. Back to Wright. Wright, her patented drive. This one poked loose. The Knights pick it up. They'll run the floor. Johnson finds the bounce pass down low. Gets it right back. And Johnson to Johnson connection broken up as Zakiria tried to get it to India. And instead it'll be an inbound from McCray after it ended up in the bleachers. India Johnson with it now. Hands it off. moves off into the corner. Twisting, turning, off the backboard. Layla Hurd creates some separation with the half spin and finishes off the glass. The orange and black trying to respond. Their 10-point lead cut to 6. They have so far abandoned the three-point line this half. Will they find it again? That'll lead to a timeout. I'm not sure if you saw that on the close side, just a lot of bobbles from Brewton-Parker. The pass is just not too crisp. Everything looked okay. It was just a little bit off, and that leads to a timeout. Only 7 seconds on the shot clock. So that'll be our media timeout. Usually we take it under 5, but with the early call from the coach of Brewton-Parker, Steve Edwards, we'll take a short break and be right back. Welcome back. After the timeout, the Barons 5 seconds to work with. Elbow three won't go. Offensive rebound will. Tori Dorsey gets the board, goes up with it, and that's been part of the story why the Knights trail 28-17 rebounds in favor of the Barons. 8-1 on the offensive glass. Knights will try and operate their offense. It'll be a three-point shot. Won't go. Johnson had just made one. That one a bit off. The three-point shot the other way will. Jasmine Leonard sinks that one in the lead back up to 11 for the Barons. That will lead to a timeout. We'll stick with you through this one. Looking around the stats. Right now, Brewton-Parker has the advantage in most major stat categories, as you can likely tell from the scoreboard. They lead in rebounds, margin now up to 12. They don't have their largest lead of the day. That came in the first half when they led by 13. However, they lead in assists, have less turnovers, more bench points. That category 17-2. And in an interesting way, this is a team that really doesn't have set starters. They have starters they rely on, but the minutes come wherever players can get it. The starters in this game for Brewton-Parker College were DeGale, Peoples, Leonard, Stewart, and Wright. But outside of Wright and DeGale, no one else has 20 minutes on the floor for Brewton-Parker. So they have a 9-player rotation that they like to utilize. On Middle Georgia State side, it's quite the opposite story. 4 of the 5 starters have over 20 minutes played. Johnson with the least at 14. So you can see that the bench for Brewton-Parker College, more important to their game, and the bench has really carried them in this one with, of course, Terrell coming off the bench and being the leading point scorer. So we'll have an inbound here from the Knights after that timeout from the purple and white. It will get in to Johnson, and she eventually gives it off to her counterpart, Johnson, 12. And now slowing it down is Rollins. Good move, loses her defender, kicks out to McCray. She'll give it off to Johnson. 3-point attempt, pure. Ooh, and again, foot on the line. Middle Georgia State's had a problem with that all season, just being a bit too close and stepping on the line. There it hits them again. And matching it the other way, matching those 2 points, is Jasmine Leaner as she drives for 2. Another deep 2. This one a powerful line drive off the back rim. And here a corner 3 opportunity, short, long rebound, gives it to Wright. And a chance for the Barons for second chance points. Just over 5 minutes remain here in this third quarter. Again, a drive leaves a Baron wide open, but it looked like the finger roll. The ball just came off the wrong way. Now a corner 3. Nylon. As Kayla People sinks that one. And it is now the biggest lead of the day for the Barons. Trying to cut into it. Johnson does so. Deep 2. And the offenses have started to go to work. 47-35. Barons will settle it down. Back to Wright. She moves off the off-ball screen. Gets some space, kicks it out to the other side. 3. Too short, hard off the rim. A good rebound from Zakiria Johnson to pull that one back as she'll let McCray run the point. Now to Johnson. She creates some space, this 2 way off. As it looked like she was leaning, and that led the ball to go glance off the very left side of the rim. And eventually kick out of play. Barons will roll the ball in so they can take some time off the clock, but keep their shot clock perfect. They lead by 12. The point, Peoples. She gives it off to Wright. Wright gets it down low. Stewart, too strong off the backboard. Had a nice look, couldn't get it to go. Good pass in transition. India Johnson throws a dart to Kiana Rollins on the backside. That was a pretty pass. Couldn't walk it there much better, and Wright answers with her own pretty play, throwing the shoulder, getting down low, creating separation, and finishing off the glass. Said it earlier, but these offenses truly coming alive. Rollins deep 2, off the backboard, the bank open. Doesn't matter if it's a Saturday at 1 p.m. Shot falls after kissing off the glass, and we'll have another timeout. 10-point game, 49-39. Knights trail. We'll be back after a short break. Welcome back. Barons with the ball. Their offense has come alive, but the Knights have stayed right with them the whole way. The foul call here and one. Incidental contact, it looked like, the call made, and a chance at the three-point play. Can't really tell, but looked like Jasmine Leonard at the line. She'll finish the three-point play. It is her, in fact. Knights now trail by 13. Purple and white looking for answers. Rollins kicks out. Johnson, Zakiria Johnson lighting it up from behind the arc. What a day from Zakiria Johnson from beyond 20 feet. Now a chance for the Barons. This one, well, he's short. Might have been blocked on the way by. Refs won't say it was. Instead, just not enough mustard on that one. For Zakiria Johnson, she's now 2 of 4 from beyond the arc, while also down low adding 5 rebounds. Great day for the Middle Georgia State University forward, as it's not usually part of the Knights' game to shoot from beyond the arc, but when you're down in a deficit like this, it certainly has to become one. McCrae can't get this one to go. It looked like it was off on the Barons, and it is.
Catch that basketball, Jacayla. Matt, see both, Jacayla.
That one did not hit rim, so no shot clock reset and no partial turnover. So Knights will only have about 13 seconds to work with. As walking there was Zakiria Johnson as she received it and just stumbled. Her pivot foot moving a little bit too much for the ref's liking, and the foul called. Barons now with it. Right. Grabs it by the shoulder, pulls it down, gives it off. She looks for it again, instead goes to the elbow, opposite side. Kicked out again, the three-point look from Terrell. All around and in, excuse me, that was Tori Dorsey. That one rolled everywhere and eventually fell in off the backboard. Now the Knights with it, deep 2, won't go. Offensive rebound, Zakiria Johnson gets it, but the foul on the floor.
Tori Dorsey, foul, her second, team second. Returning for Knights, Ariel Oliver.
So, of course, the foul on the floor means an inbound for the Knights. India Johnson gives it off to McCrae. Back to Zakiria Johnson. She gives it off to India. She's trying to create room. She gives it off down low, and hands everywhere causes that ball to kick out of bounds. However, the Knights will retain possession. Now stacking are the Knights. They get it to Zakiria Johnson. She fakes the 3. 5 seconds on the shot clock. India drives. She gives it off and no one home. Shot clock violation, out of bounds. Dealer's choice. Either way, Barons ball. 80 seconds remain here in this third quarter. In a back and forth quarter, so far the Barons have extended their lead from half. It sits at 13. Dribble drive, picking it up right now. Tries her chance and gets it to go. Destiny Wright sits at just 5'5", but the point guard able to manipulate her body, fall away from the basket, and as we've seen so often today, convert a tough layup into a three-point play. We'll see if she can get the free throw to go along with it. She can, as She extends the lead to 16.
Rebound, Tori.
It's the largest lead of the day for Brewton-Parker. 60 seconds remain here in this third quarter. We'll have 10 more minutes after this where the Knights will try and mount a comeback. They'd like to start it here on this possession. They'll start to do so after a nice spin creates space for Hurd, and she's able to finish with the floater. Not too much float to her floater, as kind of goes straight up with it, but gets it to fall nonetheless. Switch here from the Knights, creates open space. Anyone's open for Brewton-Parker. It's eventually an air ball, but they had options aplenty. Just couldn't get it to go from Terrell. Now the Knights, 25 seconds. No chance at a 2-for-1. It's still going quickly. Can't get it to go. Second chance opportunity won't go. Third chance opportunity falls. And all of a sudden, the Knights have the momentum after a couple strong boards from Zakiria Johnson. She had the second chance opportunity, eventually picked her own rebound up off that, and finishes in a chance at the three-point play to bring this one to an 11-point game. She will do so after the made free throw. And this was the momentum the Knights were hoping to get as they go into half. Still a quarter where they've lost some grounds, but much better than it was looking like it could be. A defensive possession here, a good one, would help their case as well. Right with it. She uses her screen, kicks out. Deep, deep, deep three. Doesn't matter, pure. Not a shot you advise many to take, but Jakayla Peoples nails it. And all of a sudden, when it looked like the Knights were clawing back, the Barons put them right back down. Going into quarter four, it will be 61-47 in favor of Brewton-Parker College. They lead by 14. Welcome back here in central Georgia, Cochran, Georgia to be exact, and even more of a location, Morris Gymnasium, where these two teams are facing off. 10 minutes to go in this one. 61-47 in favor of Brewton-Parker College. They'll start with the ball. The orange and black have had plenty of success today, looking to add to it. Only 5 seconds on the shot clock. They'll start their first possession of the fourth quarter with a jump ball that goes in favor of the Knights to that possession arrow. Just a reminder, after this game on this same YouTube channel, there will be a second game, the second of the doubleheader, this time the men's game, as these two teams will take on each other again. Of course, just a bit of a different look. That will start around 2 p.m. Here, a great lead pass inside. Leonard finishes it off. Gets the lead back up to its largest of the day at 16. So make sure to stay tuned for that game. I'm Joe Copshaw. I am leading you through this one. I won't be there for that one, but it will be a great game nonetheless. After that possession, Knights unable to come away with anything, and Brewton-Parker a chance to extend their lead and again make it the biggest of the day. A new high, and it is. Terrell, a good job to use the chicken wing, stick it out, create some space, sink the shot, and go to the line for a chance at another point. 65-47.
Returning for the Knights, Siderio Oliver.
Oliver checks in for the Knights. Terrell misses the free throw, but still having an excellent day. The Knights get out and run. Zakiria Johnson finishes it off. Rollins a great job to rear back and throw that one ahead for Zakiria Johnson. As this one poked loose by Rollins. Couple good possessions as it looked like McCray might have rolled her ankle, lost possession of the ball, and gave it right back to the Barons. Terrell's got plenty of space. She takes it inside, mid-range 2. Could have taken the 3, takes a bit easier of a shot with the 15-footer and sinks it. She's now at 16 points. She leads the team in scoring. Although Wright and Leonard right behind her at 15. Whistle here early. It'll be a defensive foul. Thought it could have been on Oliver, but they'll call Tori Dorsey for being a bit too aggressive down low, trying to stop the pass from coming in. Inbound from Johnson. Looked like it was meant to go to Zakiria. Instead, Rollins picks it off, tries to go up with it, can't get it to go. Barons the other way. Terrell stops up with it, kicks it out for the 3. This one will be short. It is. However, sitting right below the rim were the Barons, and they get the offensive rebound. However, a foul.
Barons foul number 30, Andre Stewart, her second.
On Stewart. Interesting there, as it looked like she was going up for the 3rd chance points, or at least to get the rebound to give them a 3rd chance, them being the Barons, but couldn't pull it down, and the refs will say she was too aggressive with it. Wright hounding India Johnson. Johnson loses her. The switch from the Barons good. However, Jakayla Peoples fouls on the shot attempt, and India Johnson will go to the line.
Barons foul number 21, Jakayla Peoples, her 3rd, team's 3rd. Going line, shooting 2, India Johnson.
Whistle has been blown early and often in this one, as that has continued into the 4th quarter. 4 team fouls already. Those are split across the 2 teams, though. It is 3 for Brewton-Parker and 1 for Middle Georgia State University. Looks like we have an issue here with the shot clock. So we'll hold up just an extra second. Also getting taped up, one of the Lady Barons. Looks like Jasmine Leonard has gotten some tape on her knee. After the missed free throw, the Knights get the rebound, and does not look good. India Johnson was the one who got the rebound. She went crashing down on the 2nd chance points. Couldn't sink it, but hit the hardwood hard. We're going to take a break here, as an injury timeout in Cochran, Georgia. It was good to see as India Johnson walked off under her own power. A little bit of help from coaches, but looks like she will recover on the bench as the substitution comes in. Lowry will take her spot. Hope she's okay. She's really run the point for Middle Georgia State all of today and most of this season. As a foul here on the other end. Jasmine Leonard a chance at the line. Leonard, I mean, has just had a fantastic day. 6 of 8, 75% shooting, 2 from 3 from beyond the arc. Doesn't get much better than that, and to go with those great stats is 15 points. She'll have to wait for her 16th as she misses that one. But a very good showing from the junior from Birmingham.
Returning to the Knights, exhilarating.
Again, another reminder. Well, only 3 minutes have come off the clock here in a fourth quarter where the whistle has been blown often. This is the first game of a doubleheader, so make sure to stick around for the second game. The men's teams will face off each other. Brewton-Parker College versus Middle Georgia State, as Kiana Rollins, an excellent job to finish there. And she'll have a chance for a three-point play at the line. I'm not sure I've said that as much as I've said that today. Lots of contact down low with these forwards able to finish through it and have chances at three-point plays the old-fashioned way. 13-point game after the made free throw. 7 minutes remain here. Brewton-Parker with the ball, Wright specifically with it as she hands it off. Leonard drives, and she gets fouled. And now that is the 7th foul we've had in 3 minutes. 4 for the Barons, 3 for the Knights. If we look at people in foul trouble, it's Peoples for Brewton-Parker. She sits at 4, as well as Dorsey, who also sits at 4. For the Knights, it's Zakiria Johnson at 4. Free throw made, the second one that is, as it now stands 69-55. McCray gives it off. It's picked off by Wright. She won't have anyone within 10 feet of her. Easy finish. As she goes coast to coast after the steal. Her 17th point of the day. 16-point game here. McCray will go with the 3. She's too strong with it. Picked up by the Barons. Wright looks up, doesn't find anyone at first, chooses to continue. Eventually kicks out. The 3 on the other end won't go. McCray with it now on the defensive glass. Full court pass comes in. Rollins will have to sit down with it though as the Barons get back quickly. And the purple and white will slow it down. In the corner, McCray fakes the baseline drive, instead gets it back at the elbow. The three-point shot won't go. right, will slow it down with a 16-point lead and only 5.5 minutes to remain. No point in shooting very early in the shot clock. Right at the charity stripe. Kicks it out, floater, goes. That'll lead to a timeout, 73-55 in favor of Brewton-Parker College. My name's Joe Kopsha. We'll come back for the last 5 minutes after this short break. McCray on the inbound after the timeout. She gives it off to Lowry. Lowry looking like the new point guard after India Johnson went down with injury early in this fourth quarter. Lowry gets it back off to McCray. McCray, another three ball. This one goes. McCray, the Central Georgia native, nails her first three of the day. Excuse me, her second three of the day. First one came early in the first half. Here the Barons can't get it to go. Down low was Stewart. Without much room, tried to power it in off the backboard, but couldn't do so. Lowry, the three-point shot, goes. And all of a sudden, a 6-point swing, and this game isn't over. Still a 12-point difference, but a couple more good defensive possessions and offensive possessions like the last two, and the Knights right back in it. Here they leave an open three for Wright. Off the rim, the offensive rebound for the Barons. Back out to Wright. She's under the rim. Can't get it to go. Did she step out?
3-second violation.
Instead, a 3-second violation.
Returning for the Barons, Tori Dorsey.
So not the defensive possession the Knights drew up, but thanks to the 3-second violation, they do get possession of the ball back and a chance to cut this lead to single digits with a three-point shot. They'll look for their three-point shooters, I'm sure. Instead, getting it down low, McCray, she kicks out. This is a long two. It goes. Again, just foot on the line. 3 or 4 of those per game for the Middle Georgia State University Knights. Here, this pass, too strong, picked off, and right back the other way, McCray coughs it up. Could have been a huge swing for the Knights. Instead, they'll have to settle down on defense again. The zone split and off the glass for the Barons. Leonard continues her good day. That was a poor defensive possession after both guards just left her wide open. 3 minutes left, 12-point game. Can't get the first one to go. Rollins able to grab her own rebound, kicks it out to McCray. Cross-court pass. Can't find the bottom of the net after the long two. Is that a travel? That's a double dribble.
Double dribble, NGA basketball.
Not too often you see that, but trying to break out of the trap, a double dribble from the Barons. Under 3 minutes in this one. Checking in Zakiria Johnson. The 5'10 forward will eventually get in at the next whistle. Travel here is that was Rollins just moving her pivot foot, trying to create any space, and just not a wise decision down low. Zakiria Johnson comes on for Kyla Raven, offers a bit more three-point shooting for the Middle Georgia State University Knights. Zakiria Johnson has had the most success in that regard, the three-point line for the Knights. They force a turnover. McCray runs the floor, gives it off to Rollins. Good finish. Nice job to gather the ball around the defender, create space, and go up with it. It is, again, a 10-point game. Something perhaps no one here was expecting until the Knights have gone on a bit of a run. Wright crashes into traffic, draws the foul. That is the 14th foul on the Knights, so now in foul trouble they are, although a spot they like to be in. When you trail by 10, you want to be on the borderline of the bonus so that when you foul, the team instantly has to take free throws. Not a horrible spot to be in for the Knights. Inbound, gets down low to Stewart. She finishes tough. That's Tori Dorsey checking back in. Dorsey and Stewart, the two tallest forwards on this team. Didn't think we'd see Dorsey again, considering her foul trouble, but checks in and quickly gets on the board and a chance at a three-point play. She sinks it. Huge minutes from Dorsey. Again, 4 fouls for her. Didn't expect to see her really for the rest of the game, but checks in and gives meaningful minutes, extending the lead back to 13. And with 2 minutes left, it seems like Brewton-Parker College will advance to 500 on the season at 7-7. Middle Georgia State, with the loss, will go to 1-7, 1-4 in conference, with plenty of conference play still left. They'll be back here Tuesday for more action. Make sure to tune into that one. That will be right here on this same YouTube channel at 5:30 p.m. on Tuesday. This three-pointer won't go. McCray with the rebound. And just again, another reminder, after this game, the second of the doubleheader coming up with the men's game. 80 seconds remain. Three-point shot won't go. Wright driving against her coach's wishes. She draws the foul.
Next foul, number 24, Layla Lowry, her second.
Interesting to see the drive with under 70 seconds remaining. No real reason to hurry, but taking it to the rim and drawing the foul, a chance to add to her point total for Wright. She now sits at 18 after she sinks the first free throw. An offensive explosion here today for Brewton-Parker. This Barons team averages about 64 points a game. They have now just hit 80. It's been an offensive game. The Knights usually average right around 51, and they're at 65 as a double dribble from McCray turns the ball over. So these two teams' offenses outperforming their average, but only for the visiting Barons will it lead to a win. 45, Wright with it, looks content to dribble it out until the shot clock reaches 15. Now she makes her move. Leads to an open three, both opportunities on that shot passed up. Terrell now with it, drives in, unable to get it to go. It was a good look, but with the shot clock now turned off, the Knights will try and add on to their total. It'll be a three-point attempt from Zakiria Johnson. Such a pure stroke as she nails that one, and that will likely end this game. Final score 80-68 here in Cochran, Georgia. Brewton-Parker College comes into enemy territory here in Morris Gymnasium and walks away with a conference win. Again, final score, 12-point difference between the Knights and the Barons. Barons win 80-68. My name's been Joe Kopshow. Thank you for sticking with us through these 40 minutes of game time. Again, coming up in just about 20 minutes, 25 minutes or so, these two teams will face off again. The men's will go at it for the second half of the matinee action. I've been Joe Kopshow. Thanks so much for joining. We'll see you back here in just a short while for the men's game.